Good morning, students. Today, in Geography lesson number 2, we are going to learn about forest and wildlife resources. Before I begin with this chapter, I want you all to take out your books and pen so that you can jot down some important points. So, let's start. We share this planet with millions of other living beings, isn't it, students? We don't live alone on this earth. We share our planet Earth with millions of other living beings, starting from microorganisms and bacteria, lichens to banyan trees, elephants, and blue whales. The earth has immense biodiversity. Biodiversity means different life forms on the earth. So the earth has immense biodiversity. There are different types of plants and animals on this earth. We humans, along with all living organisms, form a complex web of ecological system in which we are only a part and very much dependent on this system for our own existence. So it's very clear, students, we human beings along with the other living organisms, we form a complex web of ecological system in which we are only a part and we are very much dependent on this ecological system for our survival, for our own existence. We all are interdependent on each other. I hope it's clear, students. For example, the plants, animals and microorganisms recreate the quality of air we breathe, the water we drink and the soil that produces our food, without which we cannot survive. So it's very clear, students, that the plants, animals and the microorganisms, they improve the quality of air we breathe, the water we drink and the soil that produces our food, without which we cannot survive on this earth. So I hope it's very clear, students. Here is the image of biodiversity, the various life form on the earth. Now let's learn about forest. You all know the importance of forest, right? We get fresh air, we get wood, medicine, fruits. We get so many things from the forest, right? And forest play a key role in the ecological system, as these are also the primary producers on which all other living beings depend. Students, do you know what is primary producers? Yes, primary producers are the autotrophs. They produce their food on their own with the help of sunlight. Okay, so they prepare their food on which all other living beings depend. So it's very clear, students, that forests play a key role in the ecological system, as they are the primary producers on which all other living beings depend. Let us learn about flora and fauna in India. Flora means plants and fauna means animals. So let us learn about the plants and animals in our country. India is one of the world's richest countries in terms of its vast array of biological diversity. So our country, India, has got a good collection of biological diversity. Okay, and has nearly 8% of the total number of species in the world. So India contributes 8%, okay, of the total number of species in the world. Here you can see the image of flora, students, that is plants. And here you can see the image of fauna, that is animals. Students, do you know that over 81,000 species of fauna, that is 81,000 species of animals, and 47,000 species of flora, that is plant, are found in this country so far. That means they are discovering many more. Of the estimated 47,000 plant species, about 15,000 flowering species are endemic, that is indigenous to India. That means they are found only in our country. Okay, so 15,000 flowering species are endemic to India. They are found only in our country. Some estimates suggest that at least 10% of India's recorded wild flora, that is plants, 10% of plants and 20% of its mammals are on the threatened list. That means they are endangered. Okay, they will vanish. They will vanish forever. Like we have cheetah, pink-headed duck, mountain quail, forest spotted owlet, Maduca insignis, Habadia heptaneuron, etc. So these plants and animals are threatened. Okay. Let's learn about vanishing forest. Students, can you tell me why deforestation is taking place? Yes, you are right. Because the population is increasing, right? So people or the human beings, they clear the forest for construction of buildings, right? For many other things. So the dimensions of deforestation in India are staggering. It's astonishing. The forest and tree cover in the country is estimated at 78.92 million hectare, which is 24.01% of the total geographical area. So the forest and the tree cover in the country, okay, is estimated at 78.92 million hectare, which means 24.01% of the total geographical area. The dense forest cover has increased by 10,098 square kilometer since 1997. And what's the reason behind this? This apparent increase in the forest cover is due to plantation by different agencies. So what's the reason behind this? Okay, how come the dense forest cover has increased by 10,098 square kilometer? Yes, it's due to the plantation by different agencies. The different categories of existing plants and animal species based on International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, IUCN. Students, this IUCN, okay, it's an international organization that works for conservation of nature. So IUCN is the short form for International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. Okay, they have categorized the species of plants and animals. Okay, so let's see the categories: normal species, endangered species, vulnerable species, rare species, endemic species and extinct species. So IUCN, they have categorized the existing plants and animal species. Okay, so now all these we are going to learn in detail. Let's start with normal species. Species whose population levels are considered to be normal for their survival are called as normal species. Now these species, students, they are large in number, so no problem for them. There is no threat for the survival. Okay, examples are cattle, sal, pine, rodents, etc. So you can view the images over here, students. Cattle, sal, pine. Okay, so these are the images, these are the examples for normal species. Okay, so the examples once again I would like to tell: cattle, sal, pine, etc. Now let us learn about endangered species. These are species which are in danger of extinction. So endangered species are in danger of extinction, students. They will disappear forever. The survival of such species is difficult if the negative factors that have led to a decline in their population continue to operate. And what are the negative factors? Yes, it's humans' greed and the illegal activities. Okay, so the survival of such species is difficult if the negative factors continue to operate. So let's see the examples of endangered species. Black buck, crocodile, Indian wild ass, Indian rhino, lion-tailed macaque, sangai, etc. Now let's view the images. Black buck, crocodile, Indian wild ass, lion-tailed macaque, sangai. These all are the examples of endangered species. I hope it's clear, students. Now let's learn about vulnerable species. These are species whose population has declined to levels. Okay, so these species, their population has declined to levels from where it is likely to move into the endangered category in the near future if the negative factors continue to operate. Okay, so vulnerable species are the species whose population has been declining to the levels from where it is likely to move on to the endangered category. Okay, in the near future if the negative factors continue to operate. So let's see the examples of vulnerable species. It's blue sheep, Asiatic elephant, Gangetic dolphin, etc. Let us view the images now. Blue sheep. Students, do you know this blue sheep is neither blue in color, neither it is, nor it is a sheep. Okay, blue sheep are found in the mountainous region. This is the image of Asiatic elephant, and here is the image of Gangetic dolphin. So blue sheep, Asiatic elephant and Gangetic dolphin, these are the examples of vulnerable species. I hope it's clear, students. Now let us learn about rare species. Species with small population may move into the endangered or vulnerable category if the negative factors affecting them continue to operate. So rare species, already they are rare, okay, their population is less, so they may move into the endangered or vulnerable category if the negative factors affecting them continue to operate. I hope it's clear, students. Examples of rare species: the Himalayan brown bear, wild Asiatic buffalo, desert fox and hornbill, etc. So here is the image of Himalayan brown bear, wild Asiatic buffalo, desert fox and hornbill. So Himalayan brown bear, wild Asiatic buffalo, desert fox and hornbill, these are the examples for rare species. Let us learn about endemic species now. These are species which are only found in some particular areas, usually isolated by natural or geographical barriers. So endemic species are not found everywhere. They are found in some particular areas, okay, usually isolated by natural or geographical barriers like Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Examples for endemic species are the Andaman teal, Nicobar pigeon, Andaman wild pig and Mithun. Okay, Mithun is only found in Arunachal Pradesh. So these are the examples for endemic species. Okay. Let us learn about extinct species now. Extinct means disappear forever. Okay. These are species which are not found after searches of known or likely areas where they may occur. A species may be extinct from a local area, region, country, continent, or the entire earth. For example, the Asiatic cheetah. Okay, it was declared to be extinct in India in the year 1952. So after 1952, Asiatic cheetahs were not to be found in India. They became extinct. Okay, whereas dinosaurs, they are not to be found on the entire earth, right? They have become extinct. They are no more on this earth. So try to understand, students, a species may be extinct from a local area, region, country, continent, or the entire earth. Examples of extinct species, let's see. Asiatic cheetah and the pink-haired duck. So I hope it's clear, students. Now it's time to ask questions. Which one of the following is an example of endemic species? Option A, Nicobar pigeon. Option B, Asiatic buffalo. Option C, hornbill. Option D, black bug. And the correct answer is option A, Nicobar pigeon. Very good, students. Next question. The species which are in danger of extinction are called option A, vulnerable species. Option B, rare species. Option C, endangered species. Option D, normal species. And the correct answer is endangered species. The species which are in danger of extinction are called endangered species. Right. Now the next question. The Himalayan brown bear is an example of option A, vulnerable species. Option B, rare species. Option C, endemic species. Option D, extinct species. And the correct answer is option B, rare species. Very good, students. Next question. The forest cover in our country has recently increased due to option A, increase in natural forest growth. Option B, increase in net sown area. Option C, plantation by different agencies. Option D, none of the above. And the correct answer is option C, plantation by different agencies. Very good, students. Let's have the recap now. Today in this video we have learnt about flora and fauna in India, forest, we have learnt about normal, endangered, vulnerable, rare, endemic and extinct species in detail. I hope you all have understood the topics covered today. Okay, here I am going to share with you the link through which you can access the video for the topics covered today. I hope you will watch the video and try to understand the topics covered today better. Meet you in the next video. Till then, bye and take care.